Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mack.
Start with a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because his house has been bombed by the Russians. Leave him alone, he's only a chicken. Yeah, you don't like the politics, do you? Do you know what it's like to walk down the street with everything you own in a plastic bag whilst your house is being bombed? No, you don't. Leave that chicken alone. Is this all? Leave him alone, he's a chicken. Sorry, not chicken, Chechen. You've got to get the beginning bit right. That's why I came on to Franz Ferdinand, right? Because I wanted a big impact when I came on. The great Franz Ferdinand, aren't they? Named, of course, after the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, who was assassinated in 1914, which led to the First World War and the death of 15 million people, which in itself led to the Second World War and the rise of Hitler and fascism and the death of a further 55 million people, including 6 million innocent Jews. Yeah, let's hear you. I say, don't you know? You say you don't know. I say, take me out. Tough crowd. Come on like Robbie Williams as well, right? I wish someone would tell Robbie Williams that this doesn't constitute entertainment. Look at me, smug as fuck. Come on, Glastonbury, you know this one. Yeah, we know it, Robbie. It was 150 quid to get in. Any chance you could sing it for us? Imagine if I came on like that. I'll tell you something. A funny thing happened to me on the way here tonight. I think you know this one. Mack, smug as fuck. I could also start like the gymnast start to try and get your attention by doing this, couldn't I? I love the way they do that, as if something amazing's about to happen. In case there's any doubt, they throw one of these in. Just to let the world know that this could be amazing. It'd be great if they messed that up now and again and went, here's the favourite from Bulgaria. If she gets a perfect 10, she wins the gold. Let's see if she can do it. Shit! 3 years concentrating on my triple axel, I forgot about the tippy toes. I love gymnastics. It's the one event, but it's on every 4 years that the whole of the British public just watches it and doesn't understand anything that's happening, do they? Every 4 years, everyone just goes... Was that any good? Dawned on me though recently, there's only 2 things you need to know about any gymnastics event, isn't there? That's good. That's shit. That's all you gotta know, isn't it? Forget all that tumbling around business. Brilliant! Get off, you're rubbish! I like the people that mess it up and then try and incorporate it. Meant to do that. That bit. Yeah, oh yeah. Been practicing that for 4 years, that little thing at the 2.4, you Polish twat. I could also come on like the New Zealand rugby team. I love the fact they do this to try and scare the opposition. Oh, that's terrifying, don't. We're shitting ourselves. I just think, give him a little hat, a little cane, go on. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? To college with loads of rugby people, and I'm telling you, at my college, they wouldn't have found that scary. The only thing they found scary at my college was gay people. They're very homophobic, the rugby community, aren't they? I think it'd be far better suited if New Zealand just came out and went 1, 2, 3, 4, kick 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, kick 2, 3, hands, and walk 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, nice shoes. I am what I am. Catch Tony. English players going, fuck this, we're going home! Come on! That's it, drag your knuckles! Hello, sir. In the front row there. You all right?
I'm all right.
Nice glasses.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. What's your name?
Nev.
Nev?
Yeah.
You remind me of my driving instructor. Lend me those glasses for a second. What do you do, Nev?
I'm a lawyer.
You're a lawyer? Oh, hello. How old are you?
29.
29. What kind of law is it? Okay, Ellie, sure you're not a welder? Sorry, more when I've got these sort of glasses on. Sorry. Hey! How long have you...
No idea how funny that is.
That's the weirdest heckle anyone's ever given me. The bloke in the front just went, you've no idea how funny that is. I think you'll find I know exactly how funny it is. That's why I'm stood up here in the West End, you daft twat. I'm not up here going, why are they all laughing? These are true stories. Stop laughing. Stop it. Laughing at me. These are facts. My life. Jokes, I don't know how funny they are. In a minute when I say knock knock, just say who's there. Don't go, that'll be someone at the door. Oh, it's real. It's real. You don't know how funny this is. Do you do that when you're watching drama? Just stand up and go, you don't know how sad this is. You're making me cry. You. Mate. My driving instructor wore glasses like his. You're not a driving instructor, you're a lawyer, you've just been through that. What he was doing is driving down the road and he said, what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to slap my hand on the dashboard and I want you to make an emergency stop as though a small child has stepped out in front of the car. All right, and before he could put his belt on, I whizzed my brakes on like that and he hit his head full on the window like that.
You've no idea how funny that is. This bit particularly.
You didn't do all this bit, I'm just showing off now. And he turned around and he said, why don't you wait till I slap my hand on the dashboard? I said, there's a child's life at stake here. I haven't got time to fuck about with games, have I? Sorry, Nev, you didn't see any of that, did you? It's all right. You just sat there going, what's he doing? What's that noise? Has he got a kind face? Is Bessie still sat? I'd like to see you doing your court of law thing, yes, and I'll tell you why he's innocent. Cashier number 5, please. Sorry! Sorry! So I'll tell you a bit about myself. I'm in a relationship at the moment. Sorry, girls. It's gonna have to be your place. She's a lovely girl, my wife. She works in a laboratory testing cosmetics on animals. Nice girl. She hates my job because I'm always trying my jokes out on her. Fair enough, she's always rubbing shampoo in my eyes. She hates it when I do this job too, because it gets very obsessional, this job. I'm always thinking about comedy. Right, I went on the other day for a break from the tour, and it's about a 3-week break, actually. It's not going great. But I realised how obsessed I was becoming, because I was in Habitat, and she was looking at this cupboard, and she's going, can we afford that cupboard? Yeah, will it fit in the house? Is it the right shape? I'd realised after 15 minutes, I hadn't listened to a word she'd said. I'd spent the whole 15 minutes just thinking, wouldn't it be funny if I got in that cupboard? Great, wouldn't it, when people are looking round? Hello! I think Narnia is closed. It's going very well at the moment, though. She's carrying our first child. He's 8, the lazy little fucker. No, it's going very well. In fact, we've had the baby. I just don't want to drop the joke. I'd rather drop the baby. But no, it's going very well. I'm glad we had the baby, because we had lots of rows about the whole baby thing. I wanted to have a baby for about 5 years, but she wants to keep it forever, you know. I'm glad we had the baby. This is a true story. I got told by the doctor that I was infertile and I couldn't have children. Yeah. 3 weeks after he told me that, my girlfriend was pregnant. Who's the daddy? Forget that bit. Why have you turned up with there's somebody up there with cutouts of animals. Why have you done that? Yeah, no, I'm not interested in the type of animals. I'm interested in the lunacy of bringing a cut-out animal. I'm not sitting here going, yeah, animals is fine, but what are they? Is it a rhinoceros? I hope it is. That would be appropriate for a comedy gig. What's your name with the lion, sir? Dan. And Daniel and the lion. And what's your name with the crocodile?
Robert.
That doesn't work, that one, does it? And a penguin, what's your name?
Ben.
Be great if you had a stutter. Some older people getting that joke, the rest of you looking at me going, wouldn't be great, it'd be an infliction, and that's wrong. Wouldn't it be great if he was in a wheelchair? No, then, no, he wouldn't. That wouldn't be funny at all, yeah. And how would he get up there? I know that's what you're thinking, that's what I'm thinking. How would you get up there, you liar? There's nothing wrong with you. Sitting in your wheelchair, saying this, oh, you make me sick, people like you. So it's great being here. Hey, I knew it was going to be a good day. I got recognised today in Dixon's. I did. A member of staff came up to me and went, hey, you're that mad bloke off the telly. I went, that's me. Anyway, no, you're that mad bloke off the telly. No, I did how funny that is. That's great. I knew this was going to be a good gig because I came in right, and I've been on telly, by the way. I've probably been on telly. I was on Blind Date 14 years ago. That was my first TV experience. I don't know if you remember me, but I was the one that went on and decided to ask my own questions, right? Because I was supposed to go on and say something rubbish, like, contestant number 1, if you could be any type of fruit, what type of fruit would you be? And I thought, that's rubbish. So I went on and said, contestant number 1, do you agree, in principle, to federalism, encompassing a single European currency? And this woman said, yes, if I was an apple! You can pick me out of the tree anytime you like. This doesn't make sense now, Scylla. I said, that's great, love. Now, contestant number 2, Cubism is a corruption of the Impressionist ideology. Discuss. She said, yes, if I could have any job in the world, I'd be a forklift truck driver. Then I'd come straight around to your house and show you my tits. Or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she said, but that was the gist, right? Now, at this point, obviously, I'd lost faith with women, but it didn't matter, because then I heard number 3. She was perfect. She said, yes, Cubism is a corruption of the Impressionist ideology, but it's also based on early 20th century German Dadaism and neo-realism. And I went, I'll take number 2. So this is good, isn't it? The Bloomsbury Theatre. I knew this was going to be nice when I walked in, because I went to the toilets, right? I always check. Do you ever do that? Do you ever check the toilets out first? Make sure it's going to be all right, right? And what they haven't got here, which I like, is they haven't got the bloke in the corner with the dish of money. Hate that. You know, in the toilet, beggars. That's the word I'm looking for. I hate the fact that I always think I won't give them any money, but they always get me in the end. That's what annoys me. I think, don't give them eye contact, you'll be fine. I walk out the cubicle and they go, aftershave? I don't think so. Towel? No, no, no. Soap? I really can manage. Chubba chop. Oh, why didn't you say? And only £1. Hey? Food in the toilet. What could possibly go wrong? Any sausages? I haven't got the bouncers here with the walkie-talkies, which I like. I love the word walkie-talkies. It's fantastic, isn't it? I'd love to have been at the meeting when they came up with that word. It's my new favourite word. Well, we've got this wireless communication system. All we need now is a name. Any ideas? I know! Oh, it's Derek. Hello, Derek. Well, think about it, right? You can walk with it. And you can talk with it! Yes, you can, can't you? Yes! Walkie-talkie! We'll deal with this. Outy-shouty! No, honestly, it's not going to work. Reachy-speechy! Satty-chatty! Shut up and eat your chicken leg. There's a good lad. Or as you call them, eaty-feeties. I'm obsessed with words at the moment. It's like in Scrabble. I found out recently. Do you know what the most amount of points you can get in your very first go at Scrabble is? Does anyone know? 143 points. Pause, let us answer, Lee. 143 points. And do you know what that word is? It is squeezy. You get more points for squeezy on your first go than any other word. I know this because my mate got it first go. I was devastated. But I had the last laugh because in the next 3 goes, I had the letters that made up the words easy, peasy and lemon. I know what you're thinking, Lee, that's impossible to get all those letters in a straight line at a game of Scrabble. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I told him. It's my fucking house. I do what I like. What do you mean in Cluedo you can't have Barbara Windsor in the airing cupboard with a Stanley knife? If you don't like it, get out of the house. Nice audience. Ah, you with your hat on there, sir. Hello. Feel free to take it off at any point you like, that's fine. We've actually got something specially here for people like you. It's called a roof. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? 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 Where's you going? Hey, there's a poster out there that says no filming in the auditorium. She's really stretching that reluctant, isn't she? She's not filming it. It's fucking mental. Actually, lend me your cap for a second, sir. That's fantastic. What's your name, mate?
Simon.
Pick it up. Simon, what do you do, Simon?
Photographer.
Photographer? Fantastic. Who do you photograph? Are you like fashion or are you... People? What kind of fashion photographers are you looking at? That's generally people, isn't it? Unless you're into really sordid stuff. Sorry about doing that with your hat to prove the point. Sorry about that. Bit horrible, isn't it? So you look good in this, Simon. You've got that sort of, because, you know, look at it. I mean, it's got that sort of slightly checkered, sort of like, you're London, aren't you? So it works. It's ironic, but it's cool. Me, I just look like a fucking chimney sweep, wouldn't I? I look like, be honest, I look like one of those kids that's going to get a free trip to Disneyland any day now, don't I? Hello, my name's Lee Mack. Every day's a bonus. Hey, I can still move it with the kids, though. Yeah. Touch me. Go on, touch me. Touch me. Touch me, you crack whore. Touch me. It says on a T-shirt, crack whore, just so you know that's why I said that. Are you a crack whore? Why have you got it on your T-shirt, then? What does it say? C is for crack whore? So it's not really a thing, it's just to remind you about spelling, is it? Is that how you do the alphabet? C is for crack whore. Let's remember this. It's like a dirty version of Sesame Street. Fucking fantastic. Today, we'll look to you by the letters C for crack hole and B for big bollocks. That's rude. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I've had that on for a while, haven't I? Pick it up. It's not my responsibility, mate. Not my responsibility. Crack hole. Are you... Why would you wear a T-shirt saying crack hole? I mean, you don't look like the type of person who takes crack. You've got to be very careful what you say on stage nowadays. I mean, look what happened to Bernard Manning. Read about that. He did all this anti-Muslim material. Someone emailed him, threatened to put a fatwa on him. Right? To be fair, I think they were typing fat wanker and pressed enter a bit early. You've got to be careful, though. You've got to be very politically correct nowadays. And I mean proper politically correct, all right? Not like Stevie Wonder, hypocrite. Ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony. Oh, that's great, Stevie. What about the Chinese? Don't they get a look in? Please meet me halfway, play chopsticks halfway through. I mean, come on. You've got to be very careful what you say. You really have. I don't like it when people are over-politically correct. You know, like on Big Brother? Now, is it my imagination, or is that getting camper and camper with every series? In fact, if you listen carefully, it's getting so camp that with every series, you know the Geordie bloke that does the announcing? He's getting more Geordie every series, just to balance the whole thing up, isn't he? It's like, Day 29, 6 foot, 9 a.m, and Kamal is walking around the kitchen in little hot pants and a bra. Makes me fucking sick. Walking around like that, you want to get a proper job like a pit pony or a ferret tickler, eh? Walking around saying, put this in your mouth. No, I will not, you devious little cupcake. Eh? Who goes? You decide. But I know who I'd pick, that little deviant faggot, because that's not natural, that. Grow a moustache and a perm and I like a proper bloke. See, I don't care what your sexuality is, right? Unless you're into auto-fixation erotica. They want stringing up, don't they? There's two things, right? I've got loads of gay friends, and there's two things they say they hate. The two biggest stereotypes when you're gay. One, oh, they're very good at interior design. And two, oh, aren't they well dressed? How patronising is that, right? My mates that are gay, none of them are good at interior design. They'll be the first to admit the inside of their houses are a damn right mess, right? And as for well dressed, they're some of the scruffiest people I know. So can we stop these ridiculous 1970s bigoted stereotypes and just all say, as one, gay people are disgusting. Everything's getting camp, though, isn't it? Even the police sirens are getting camp. Do you remember the good old days when they used to go nee 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 nee? Nowadays it's listen to her. Oh, robbing a bank and look at his nails. I'm sure then, mate, just scratching your eye. I'm not fucking looking at you. Richard, my name?
Yeah.
Hello, Richard, my name. What do you do, Richard?
Painting and decorating.
Painting and decorating. Yeah. Fucking nice of you to turn up.
I'm anyway.
Yeah. No more than half a day, that. Paint and decorate, that's fantastic. Whereabouts do you do that?
All over, really.
All over? You're not trying to sell to me. I'm just, all over. Where do you want me to go? I can go where you like. I can go here, go there. You know what I mean? All over. Mainly bathrooms, but I don't mind going in the living room. I'll go in the kitchen as well. I'll travel. I really will. I don't mind. Well, I say upstairs, obviously. I need a steady chair lift. Don't do the walking. The legs are a bit fucking sassy. Do you ever meet anyone that's so cockney it looks like it hurts? You know, all right, mate, what do you do for it? Me? Oh, fucking, I'm a painter and decorator, mate. You know me? I'm a fucking painter and decorator. Oh, I fucking tell you. I am so fucking cockney. It's fucking painful. It is. Fuck me, my elbows, my fingers, my legs, I'm fucked. I'm fucking riddled with it. I'm cockneyed up. I fucking hate it. It's like arthritis, mate. I fucking can't even click me fucking heels. I'm fucked. I am a fat cockney. I wish I was northern. It seems so easy. I've not always done this job. I used to be a freelance journalist. Yeah, I was crap. Lance is still in prison. Christ, somebody needed a bit of a delay on that one, didn't you? That's the kind of joke that some of you will wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go, oh yeah. Or some of you will just go, no, still not going. Half of you laughed at that, the other half just went, what time's it me, Raffle? That's fine. I've had lots of jobs, mate. I used to be a doctor as well. I got sacked because I used to have my own little unique way of telling people the news. I remember one Thursday afternoon, this bloke came in. He said, has my wife had the baby? I said, yes. He said, what's the news? I said, Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child, club foot. You've got to have a laugh, haven't you, if you've got a job? I mean, is it a good laugh, being a painter and decorator?
Good bits and bad bits.
Yeah? Does it have its medium bits? Is it all very extreme? Is it all like, oh, fucking love skirting boards. Oh, I love them. I love them. I know walls. Fucking hate walls. I fucking hate walls. It's all or nothing. I fucking hate it. Enjoy or it's shit. You've got to have a laugh in any job you do, haven't you? If I was the last hangman in Britain, I reckon it'd have still been a laugh. If I'd been the last hangman in Britain, there'd be nothing set up in the courtyard, just me, right? Bloke would come in, I'd say, it's a very sad day, innit? What we got to do to you? Very sad day. In fact, there's only one word to describe how I feel. Do you know what that word is? You don't? Well, do you want to have a guess? You shout out a letter. And I'll tell you if it's in the word. P? No, it's not got a P in it. Build the scaffolding. Have another go. So, are you a painter decorator, the missus?
No, his phone's going off.
His phone's going off. It's probably a job. You better get it. Or a complaint. So you're very attractive. You're like me, actually. You're a horse face. You know when you... No, it's not rude. Hang on. No, I don't mean this like... I don't mean a face like a horse. No. Listen, what I mean is there's like two types of women's faces, right? You've got like the long face, which is the horse face, right? And then you've got the round face, which is the plate face. And there's only ever two types of women's faces. If you need me, I'll be over here digging a hole. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, right, look, anyone can be... You're fantastic looking, right? The one that's not even bothering looking at me. Yes, you, madam. But you're a horse face, right? You're a plate, because it's round, but it's still an attractive face. An attractive horse. Or you can't wait, look at your faces. If you say horse, women think you mean ugly. If you say plate, they think you mean fat, right? I've honestly got a good mind to stop even trying to entertain people on trains. It doesn't mean that, right? It's not rude. Anyone can be... Name a famous actress that's supposed to be beautiful, right? Some beautiful actress. Or a supermodel. Anyone you like, and I'll prove that anyone can be categorised as a horse or a plate, not just the women in the front row tonight. Anyone you like.
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. That's a tough one. She's gorgeous. Oh, no. Actually, do you know what? It's not everyone, is it? Now that I've heard you explain it properly, I realise what an absolute bunch of mingers we've got in tonight. You've explained it so clearly. She's got a point. So, all right, let's play a different game. What about the pet game? You got any pets? Because I read a book recently, The Psychology of Pets, and the kind of pet you've got determines the kind of person you are. I don't know if you knew that. You tell me the pet, I'll tell you the person.
Cat.
Cat. Do you know what that means? Very loving person. Very honest. Very open. And as a result, you're very popular with the opposite sex. And you're very good in bed. I've got a cat. So what's your cat called?
Shearer.
Shearer? How old's Shearer?
6.
6 with a big question mark at the end. 6, 2. I don't know, I never found it. Can't find it. He painted the room black and white once, never fucking seen him since. To be honest with you. Cats are great. You ever watch a cat clean itself? They're fantastic. They're so in control, aren't they? I'm a cat. I'm in control. I can clean any part of my body I like. Test me. The ears, the head, the tail, the legs. You test me, I'll clean it, because I'm a cat. And I'm in control. And then it all goes tits up when they clean that bit just under their neck. Cat food and just tickling them under the chin. Like, oh! At what point in cat evolution will they work out that if they can do this, all right, that they can probably do this? Hell! 3 million years, look! It's just that. I love speaking to people in the front row because you never quite know what's going to happen, right? I said to someone the worst hecklers, by the way, right, are not the hecklers, they're the whisperers. If you hear people whispering on the front row, it gets to me. I'm so paranoid. I'm so paranoid, in fact. You know the man on the news that says, if you don't want to know the results, look away now. I'm always convinced he's going, yeah, fucking. Here's the weather. I said to some bloke who was brilliant the other day, I said to him, I said, what do you do for a living? He went, shit! I said, what, you shit for a living? He went, no, you shit! And I said, do you think you're hard? And he went, yeah, I do. I said, how hard do you think you are? He said, I'm a black belt in judo. And I said, you might think that's the best form of defence. How often do you get attacked by a man in a dressing gown? And he said, I work in a mental hospital. Couldn't write stuff like that, could you? Hey, of course you could. I did. Because, you know, you always get asked this in this job, did you always want to do stand-up? So I'll be honest, I got involved in stand-up because I thought, you know, stand-up comedy, sex, drugs, rock and roll. If I'm going to be honest, it's ended up being wanking, cough mixture and Billy Ray Cyrus. Every once in a while you got started. I got started at school. I was always the one that would argue with the teachers, right? I was always the one that would be a bit like, cheeky. I remember once this teacher said to us, there's an easy way to remember how to spell possesses. A little rhyme. Possesses, 5 S's. Possesses, 5 S's. She was so pleased with herself. I stood up and went, yeah, that's a lovely little rhyme, miss, but there's one word in the rhyme that doesn't rhyme. And that's 5. It could be anything, couldn't it? Possesses, 4 S's. Possesses, 3 S's. So, yeah, that's a good point, Lee. But the trick with the rhyme is to remember that it's 5. I said, if I could remember that bit, miss, I wouldn't need the fucking rhyme, would I? The PE teachers are the worst. They're the hypocrites, aren't they, the PE teachers? Do you remember your best, right? You'd be doing your best in cross-country running, wouldn't you? Going... And then suddenly the PE teacher would jump out from the bushes and go, hey! Don't walk! Run! And yet the same bloke 2 hours later, when you were going for your dinner, running down the corridor, he'd jump out and go, hey! Don't run! Walk! And yet the same bloke, 2 hours later, you'd be in detention, wouldn't you? And he'd go, hey! Don't just sit there! Come here now! Pull down your little blue panties. Forget this joke, it's all your business. What I'm trying to make is, right? It hits us as well. Do you ever get hit from the teachers at school? Whack us like that, really hard. Table tennis bats, that's what they used to love doing. Getting the table... I remember once, right, it used to be agony. But then about 3 weeks later, we got this supply teacher in, and he was brilliant, because he was Chinese, right? So what he used to do, instead of hitting us really hard, he used to just come in at funny angles like that. We thought it was brilliant. We thought, this doesn't hurt. It's just like... What we didn't realise was he was putting lots of spin on, right? So we thought it didn't hurt, but when we sat down, whizzed off our seats, banged our fucking heads, he was a genius. You do get asked the same questions in this job. 2 blokes came backstage, asked me the classic question the other day. Do you do refunds? No. They said, Lee, you're a comedian, right? In fact, you're a great comedian. In fact, you're a genius, you know. The way you tell jokes but make us think differently about the world, it makes us want to be better people too. We don't know how you do it, and you're not a bad-looking fella either, but never mind. Tell us this, they said. Who inspires you? Do you know what I said to these 2 blokes? I said Nelson Mandela. I said Stephen Hawkins. I said the pair of you. Get out of my dressing room. Stop asking me stupid questions. session.
Yes, you fucking red twat.
I'm not really good at the Stephen Hawking thing. I can do the voice, but I can't get rid of the accent. It doesn't really work.
Do you want to know about the life of the universe and everything? Just shit me down.
But you know, this is the truth, right? This is the truth. Do you know who really inspires me? Do you know who really inspires me? I'll tell you. My dad. I know what you're thinking. Come on, Lee. You don't know who your dad is. My dad's the most... Oh, he's the funniest man in the world, my dad. Kind of bloke that could read out a telephone directory and it'd be funny. I mean, to be fair, he used to do it with his cock out. And, it wasn't quite as funny when he started phoning people, let me tell you. It's great, my dad. Very old-fashioned man. He was so old-fashioned that when my sister had her menstrual cycle, he made her go and live in the shed, claiming she was the evil seed of Satan. That's a bit old-fashioned, Dad. Very sad, actually. My sister died very young. She drowned. But, you know, like my dad said, look on the bright side. If she'd have floated, we would have had to set fire to her anyway. I actually left home when I was 34. It's my mum. She was ill. Yeah, you're not laughing now, are you? It's very sad, actually. My mum actually got to the point where she couldn't look after herself. She couldn't cook. She couldn't wash. She couldn't clean. It's at that point I thought, well, there's nothing in it for me. She's great, my mum. She used to always support me because I got... this true story is I got picked on at school because I had frostbite and I lost most of my toes. Right, and, but my mum was always still there for me. At night, she'd still sing those little songs. This little piggy went to market. Good night, love. I used to get teased a lot as well by my brother. Said I was adopted. Did you ever get that at school? You're adopted! My brother used to say it all the time in the playground. I used to cry. Honestly, I was so upset. In fact, I cried so hard once at home. My dad come up to me. He was brilliant, my dad. He put his arm around me like that. And do you know what he said? He said, "You don't listen to him! He bad boy! He lie! You my son! He very bad lie boy! You go look, no lies! Very bad lie boy! You my son, Bingos!" I'm obsessed with the Chinese accent. See, the Chinese, it's the most difficult language in the world to learn. In fact, I think it's so difficult to learn Chinese, I don't even think Chinese understand it. Because if you go to China, they repeat it in English at the train stations after they've announced it in Chinese. That's not for our benefit. In fact, I don't even think it's for their benefit. I think the bloke announcing it is just giving up halfway. I think he's just going, "Nya sang dong fang bao, hang dong sing out fang dong do fang sing dong. Next train leaving 10 minutes. I can't fucking do this. It's too difficult. Why can't we use the alphabet? Oh, he's squiggly wide. He's very hard. Don't like it. Bye, Mr. Wang Tong." Hello, madam, with the thing going on. You with the... Not you, mate. I'm not looking at you. I'm like... Most people don't mention the lazy eye. You're all right? Yes, you at the back, in the top. I'm looking at you now. You. Oh, I heard that. You with the thing on and the going on thing with the glasses. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Are you in a relationship?
No.
Me neither. I was lying before. Hello. Well, like someone said, if you love somebody, you've got to let them go. Actually, they didn't say that. They said, if you love her, let her go. Then come out with your hands on your head. Oh, what's your name, madam?
Gemma.
Gemma. Can I call you Gem? Hey? Because I'm Lee, so you don't... It's great being Lee, because you don't get any nicknames in the playground, which was always good. Apart from Lee stinks a wee. That never bothered me. And if I'm going to be honest, my middle name's Gordon, so I used to get that. You remember that? Gordon is a moron. So I get Lee, sticks of wee, and he is a moron. Mack, right? But they're not laughing now, are they? They were over 35 quid, these shoes, right? And if I'm going to be honest, my surname's not really Mack, it's McKillop. So I used to get Lee McKillop, silly little pillock, he's a little moron, sticks of wee, 36 years old, get out of our playground, you dirty old pervert. Just a little thing I used to sing, I never really got it. See, names are very important, aren't they? That's why we won the Rugby World Cup, right? Because of one name, Johnny Wilkinson. What a great name that is, isn't it? Johnny... Got rugby fans in? I'm not a big rugby fan, but doesn't it move your spirit when they all start singing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot? Nothing moves my spirit more than hearing 35,000 white middle-class people singing a black slave song. Don't be embarrassed, mate. The black slaves were just as bad. They used to sing Dire Straits numbers, so it swings in there. But Johnny, how much of a proper rugby name is that? Johnny Wilkinson. What a macho rugby name that is. Named after the two most macho products you can get on the British market, right? The rubber condom and the triple-headed razor. What was the Australian fly half called? Elton Flatley. That's not quite as hard, is it, when you're named after the two campest men in showbiz? Johnny Wilkinson's got all these moves going on like that. The bloke is just going, Rocket Man! Daniel, my brother. That's my vague attempt at river dance, in case you're wondering what that is, by the way. It's very easy to do river dance, isn't it? You just got to stand there going, can you smell dog shit? Seamus, can you smell dog shit? Who's stunning dog shit? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? It's fucking me! I'm stunning dog shit again. I hate that shit. I hate that. I tell you, don't make the mistake I made. If you ever go and see Riverdance, never buy the cheap tickets. I went to see Riverdance, 10 quid to get in. I remember thinking, that's very cheap, innit? Big West End show. The reason why is you end up sitting at the back of the room, and the seats at the back are lower down than the ones in the front. So I'm trying to watch the show, I've got all these big heads in front of me, and I could only see the dancers from the waist up. Now, I'm a big fan of Irish dancing, don't get me wrong, but it's not exactly known for that upper body enthusiasm, is it? I spent 2 hours watching Michael Flatley going like this. These are sound effects, by the way, that's not his cock. I need to say that. I thought that was it. I thought that's how you impress Irish people. So you can imagine my embarrassment on the dance floor a few weeks later in Dublin. I met this girl, I was chatting her up in my usual classy northern way. All right, love, are you an electrician? She went, why? I said, when you came in the room tonight, you gave off a certain spark that sent a current racing through my body. Hi. She said, are you a fishmonger? I said, why? And she said, because you fucking stink. Well, he didn't put me off. I said, come on, let's dance, this'll impress you. Have we got any Irish people in, by the way? Yeah! Whereabouts in Ireland? In fact, here's one for you. How many Protestants does it take to change a light bulb? 1, they're brilliant. But how many Catholics does it take to change a light bulb? 1, they're brilliant too. Hello, please don't hurt me. Good night. Whereabouts in Ireland are you from? You're from Cone? Colt. Court. All right. Fuck me, you really are cockney, aren't you? Court. Oh, fucking start again. Fuck. Oh, fuck, I've gone. Oh, fucking gone. Fuck. Help me, I'm melted, Dorothy, I'm melted. Oh. Court, you silly cockney cunt. Court. I'm gonna have to work on my catchphrases, aren't I? It'd be great if Bruce Forsyth chatted to people like this. Where are you from? Where are you from? Cool, you silly comedy cunt. I'll tell you, don't fucking do anything with cunts. Fuck me. I don't know, every fucking day. Ireland. Ireland's brilliant. Ireland's the best place in the world to do gigs, right? Because I'm used to living in London, and you know what that's like, you know. Hello, have you got the right time? Fuck off, I ain't got time for anything, especially you cunt. Do that. I've been watching lots of Tommy Steele films recently. I love Tommy Steele films. They just sing about anything for no apparent reason, don't they? Oh, look, Tommy's dropped his pencil on the floor. He's done what? He's dropped his pencil on the floor. He's done what? He's dropped his blooming pencil on the floor. Tommy's dropped his pencil on the floor. When I first went to London, I thought that's all Cockneys did. I just got off the train thinking, wow, this is London. People were coming up to me going, have you got the right time? I was going, have I got the time? Have I got the time? I'll tell you the vacuum time. It's there for 3. Fuck off, you northern cunt. Oh, he call me a cunt. He don't mean no harm. He's just down a lot. Oh, I am bleeding to death. Phone the ambulance. Got into a fight with him, ended up in court. Sorry, court. It's different in Ireland, though. In Ireland, it's like, have you got the right time? Oh, yes, I do. And I've also got a lovely roast chicken in the oven at home. And you come back, meet the wife. You can sleep with her if you like. We're all fucking friendly. I say it's friendly. I actually got mugged in Limerick. That's the place, by the way, not the style. I don't mean someone came up to me and went, hello, my name is Pete. I'm standing in the street. Don't be flash, give me a cash and I'll boot you in the teeth. I don't mean officer. Is that the police? Hello, my name is Lee. A man is mugging me. Bring his stick and hit him quick. Come on, he's getting free. I don't do a lot of travelling. I'll be honest, I'm a bit of an Anglophile. That's not the same as a paedophile, by the way. I only touch up fishermen's kids. That was a very odd reaction. Half of you outraged by the concept of paedophilia, the other half going, please, no puns. Tell you what annoyed me at the moment, the French. Do you remember what they said about our Olympic bid? Do you remember? Oh, you can't have the Olympics in England. Why is that? Because your food's crap. Oh, is that right, Mr. Froggy Cousteau? I don't care what you think about our food. If there's any French people in the audience tonight, laugh all you like about our crappy food. You lot will never have the pleasure of coming home as a 14-year-old boy thinking you're only getting beans on toast and then going, oh, hello, there's little sausages in there. I went to a French restaurant recently and I thought, I'll make the effort, you know, I'll order in French. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. My dad taught me that just before he was jailed in Italy for killing 20,000 Christians. This waiter came in, right? And I was trying to order the egg custard. And I said, have you got le crème d'œuf? And this waiter went, it's not le crème d'œuf. It's la crème d'œuf. He's feminine. I said, it's not feminine, is it? It's an egg custard. What do I need to know the sex of an egg custard for? I want to eat it, not fuck it. Excuse the French. I shouldn't swear in my act. My nan used to say to me, don't swear in your act, Lee. Don't even say God, say gosh. Only say God if you want to talk to him. Otherwise you'll distract him from helping the poor. I used to say, it's a good point, Nan, but put some clothes on and get out the fucking wheelbarrow. I remember the last thing she said to me just before she died. She said, what are you doing in here with that hammer? No, do you know what she said? She's mental. I had to do it. She used to say things like, here's £5, don't tell your mother. I'd say, why not? She'd say, it's hers. She has a great little... She'd say things like, red sky at night, angel delight. Red sky in the morning, angel delight. She was obsessed with angel delight. Stop it now, we can't afford the milk. Fuck you, I'll snort it. Right? She was great, my nan. She had a great way with words. It was very sad once. My granddad went into this home. Very sad, wasn't his home. Telly. No, it's very sad. We went into this home, right? And we rang up. Very, very sad. I said, how's he getting on in the home? She went, oh, he's like a fish out of water. I said, is he finding it hard to adjust? She said, no, he's dead. This is mental. I once found the worst possible thing to find under a grandmother's bed. Do you know what I found? Wacky backy. Yeah. Wasn't the drug, the Sri Lankan wicket-keeper. My favourite one of all was, find a penny, pick it up, and all day long, angel delight! That's not how I remember the old wizened whore. I went to see her as a little boy. I said, don't dress as a little boy, Nan. It's not you. No. I went to see her as a little... I love the Crankies. I don't care. It's actually humiliating. I went to see her as a little boy, right? She was great. She always used to give me advice. I remember once she taught me that there was a very fine line between the Heimlich manoeuvre and sodomy. To be fair, it wasn't just her. The magistrate told me that as well. What was it he said again? You can only use it on strangers in the public if they're choking on a solid object or a piece of food, and not, apparently, if they're just stood alone at a bus stop. Looking coy, but strangely available. Hey, come on! But I did ask some advice once. I remember seeing her and saying to her, Nan, it's a crazy world. What is love? And my Nan taught me something I'll never forget. She said, you know, I've always thought of it as something very natural and very organic. Oh, yes! On the outside, it's tough. And it's ugly. And it's hard. But let it grow naturally and look inside. And you'll see it's soft. And it's gentle. And I said, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Do you really believe that's what love is? And she said, love. I'm sorry, I thought you said a melon. Do you ever do the thing when you're a kid where you try and swear in front of your nan to try and impress your mates? We'd do that. How many swear words can you get in without nan noticing? Be like, anyone for coffee, nan? Anyone for coffee? Is it half a cup? Ah, fuck up! Is it? What time is it? 10 past 2. 10 past 2? Do you expect me to believe that? It's jolly well possible. Anyone for coffee, nan? The last time we tried it, we were in a Chinese restaurant. We went, oh, nan, there's no fork and knife. What are we going to do? Nan, there's no fork and knife. Nan, there's no fork and knife. What are we going to do? So what do? Try and use the fork and chopsticks, you patronising pearl little cunt. That was her attitude. If you can't beat them, what's the point in having kids? I'm obsessed with swearing. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. See, on TV, you can't swear till 9:30. Then after that, you can do what you want. Why? I think the BBC think as a nation, we're all just stood around going, Marjorie, could you possibly pass me the bread sauce? This fish is simply divine. Why, certainly, Kenneth, it really is a tasty salmon. Tell me, my darling, are you aware of the time? Why? Allow me to check on my small pocket antique silver wristwatch, left for me by Grandpapa all of those years ago in his will. Why, I believe it has just gone the hour of 9:30. Thank fuck for that! Let's get cunted and shit on the Christmas tree, you dirty bitch! Fuck a monkey smoking up the wanksha. Shit, Lord's fanny fuck. Look out for this song, I'm bringing it out at Christmas. My favourite swear word at the moment, right? My favourite is motherfucker. Great swear word, that, isn't it? Motherfucker. I particularly like bad motherfucker. What a great phrase that is. Bad motherfucker. If ever there was a reason not to use the word bad, it's before the word motherfucker. You see, I can't help thinking, if you fuck your mum, right, it doesn't really matter how good or bad you are at it. I can't imagine anyone being swayed by that adjective, can you? See that bloke over there, yeah? He fucks his mum. So, wait, there's more. He's really bad at it. Oh, well, that is a disgrace! Make an effort if you're going to fuck your mum. Put some candles around the bath. Come on, have some self-respect, you bad motherfucker! Hey, West Side! I'll tell you, the swearing in London's worse. I went to a cocktail bar the other day with my wife, and I could not believe the names they've got for cocktails down here. I was shocked, right? They had one called Sex on a Beach. Oh, hello. They had one called a Slow, Comfortable Screw. Yes. They even had one called an Orgasm. We couldn't make our minds up what to have. In the end, my wife went for something called a fist fuck off a waiter named Tony. And what did I have? Half a mild. Lovely night. I do like drinking now. Not too much, you know. Just till the screaming in my head stops. I do it for the taste and the aroma. I'm getting pissed. I've got a confession to make, actually. I'm drinking and driving tonight. Yeah, fuck 'em. There's an advertising campaign you won't see this Christmas. Everyone says it's wrong, drinking and driving. I can tell you two things that are far more dangerous than drinking and driving, right? 1, drinking. 2, driving. Do you know how many people were killed last year in Britain as a direct result of alcohol abuse? 35,000. Do you know how many people were killed as a direct result of driving a car? 22,000. Do you know how many people were killed as a direct result of drinking and driving? 500. I'm not taking any fucking chances. Do you know how many people were killed last year in Britain as a direct result of drinking and driving and juggling? 2. Yeah, I'm not saying it's completely safe. I'm not telling you how to live your lives, I'm just here to give you the statistics. You make your own minds up. All I will say is if you're drinking and driving tonight, 3 tennis balls in the glove box. Been drinking, have we, sir? A little bit. I went to see Lee Mack and everything appears to be under control, thank you. Ooh, drop one cheeky. Do you run away? Actually, I'm not condoning it. It's wrong to drink and drive. It is for me. I haven't got a licence. No, it is wrong, isn't it? Can anyone answer this question? I was on my driving test, right, and this is why I failed, right? I was driving along, and suddenly, right, if an animal runs out in front of the car, what are you supposed to do on your test? Does anyone know the right answer? Hit it. It's actually run it over, but give it that violent edge, why don't you? The correct answer is you've got to continue to drive and run it over because anything else is a danger to other road users. I'm on my test. Everything's going great. Suddenly, this goat ran out in front of the car. So I remembered what he said, and I kept driving. A few seconds later, I look in my rearview mirror. The goat is fine. I've missed him by millimetres. Now, obviously, I didn't want to fail my test. So I slapped it in reverse like that. I must have been chasing him through that field for about 45 minutes before I ran over his head, and he still failed me. Where's the justice in that? I don't know anything about cars, though, really. I've passed my test now. In fact, all I know about cars is the bigger the car, the smaller your willy. I've got a Mini. So I have to drive a really big car. I've never understood cars. I never know what Jeremy Clarkson's going on about. Every time I turn the TV on, he's just looking at me going, if I said to you, shit out for tango, you'd say excessive rear-end flange injection and overly keen knock-in valves. No, I wouldn't, Jeremy. I'd say, has it got a cup holder? Will it make birds touch me cock? The day that I buy a brand new car is when they've got the honesty to just do a real advert and just say, the new Audi Doody. It's quicker than walking and you won't have to sit next to a pikey on the bus. You know, you're driving along. I shove the phone between my legs, right? I don't know if you do this. I'm texting away, right? I know I shouldn't do it. My girlfriend says I shouldn't do that because of the radiation. I just think, fuck it, the phone's insured. Right? I'm trying to do this thing at the moment where I'm trying to turn off predictive texting. Why have we got predictive texting? Why do we need it? We don't have predictive talking. Why do we need predictive writing? It'd be great if we did have predictive talking. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Where'd you go today? Oh, today, me, I wallabied. I wanked, I washed, I walked. I can't turn it off. Two, I walk to the Sharons, the ships, the shops. I walk to the shops, I can't turn it off. Predictive thinking. I reckon that's what Tourette's is. Tourette's, right? It's just predictive talking that people can't turn off. What'd you have for your dinner? Fuck off, fish and chips! And mushy cunts! Peas, mushy peas! I can't turn it off! Did I really say mushy cunts then? Sit down! Sit down now, you hoodie freak! Get back! Get back! Get back now and piss on the seat and do what the others have done. You thought I didn't fucking notice. You were like, should I go? Should I go? No, should I go? Should I go? He's mid-joke, he'll never get me now. Oh, shit. Fucking great. I've got to wait now, he's paid. Part of the rules, part of having to wait. Timing. What? Timing? Very competitive bloke response. Timing! What, timing? And then I'll see if I can beat him. I'll have a mini-league. Timing! You're fucking great fun to be at home with. I'm just going to go off on a piss. Oh, love, great, I'll time you. See if you can beat a personal record. Poo or piss, poo or piss. Both, brilliant, I've done both. Fucking time him. What a weirdo. How's that going to help the situation? 3.5 minutes of silence and no jokes as we wait. No laughs, but look on the bright side. We know it was exactly 3 minutes and 45 seconds. What's your name, sir? Who said timing? Who said timing? Give me a wave if you said timing. Oh, it's up there. All right, mate. Fucking hell, you were quick. You got from there to there in 0.7 seconds. Brilliant, that's your personal best. Time that, motherfucker. What's your name?
Shane.
Shane. And what do you do, Shane?
Nothing.
Nothing. What's your fastest you've ever done that? God bless you for trying to work that out. And how old are you?
17.
17. You looking forward to Christmas? 17. Bless your cotton socks. It's quite a young-looking crowd in tonight. How old are you there? 18. Am I in the right gig? Were you expecting a clown? Is that... That's what's happened. I've stumbled in. That's why it's so brightly coloured. I've actually turned up on the wrong set. There's probably another theatre next door. Some clown's dying on his arse. Bigger! Bigger! Fuck off, you shit! There's no need for that. I'll take my custard pies and go home. How did you get back there? How the hell did you do that? He was timing you, the freak. He waits outside your bathroom and he knows your personal best in 3.5 minutes have a big poo. How fucking mental is he? Do you know what he does? Nothing. Lazy shit. What do you do?
I work in IT.
You work in IT? That's interesting. Talking of record attempts, what's the longest you've gone in a day before you considered taking your own life? What's the name of the company?
Juniper.
It's so immature. I'm so sorry. What's the... I won't do it again. That's childish. What's the... What position are you in? Are you... Wind the window down! Wind it down! Radio 4. Lots of fan. Do you do that thing when you fall... I always do this. You know, if your passenger falls asleep, right? It's annoying that. You're doing all the driving and you're feeling tired and he falls asleep. Just play this little game. It's great. Just as he's waking up, keep your right eye on the road. Just close your left eye. Huh? On this time. Time, genuine gone from and you also had a poo, so 2 records in one. I knew it was going to be a good day this morning when I woke up, right? I got a very good review this morning. Prompt and efficient payer, eBay. I might not be the best comedian you'll ever see in the world, but there's one thing you can guarantee from me. If you buy a Haynes manual for a 1982 Ford Capri, you know it's going to be, and I quote, nicely packaged. I also got a phone call off the HSBC this morning. They said, when are you going to pay off this overdraft? I said, you know what? In some parts of Southeast Asia, it's considered rude to ring people up and ask them for money. He said, what are you talking about? I said, no, you started it. My favourite adverts are those ones when you come in at night and turn the television on, some bloke's just shouting at you going, are you in debt? Are you in lots of debt? Do you need to get out of debt? Well, why not consolidate all of your debts into one simple easy debt? And how the fuck is that going to help? You don't do that with any of your other problems, do you? Have you got kids? Are they naughty kids? Have you got lots of naughty kids? 3 naughty kids? Get rid of them. Get one big fat fucker and consolidate it. Consolidate it to a big fat naughty kid. That's chuck him off a cliff. What are you on about? Sign it! The best adverts are the Australian ones. They've all gone for the mentally ill theme for some reason. You go to Australia and turn the television on, I guarantee some bloke will be shouting at you going, come to French Crazy Carpets, half-price sale! We got crazy deals because we're crazy carpets! I must be bonkers! 50% off at Frank's Crazy Bonkers Carpets! What's the matter with me? I'll tell you! I'm half-price carpet bonkers crazy this bank holiday Monday! I'm John Shed, and I've got Shed Mental at Shed World. 33% off a shed. Am I insane? Of course I'm insane. I'm John Shed. My arse is made out of cornflakes, and I invented the snot sausage. Buy a shed off me! That's what they should do. They should get proper mentally ill people to reclaim the word and just do their own adverts. Hello, I'm Brian Trifle, and am I going crazy? Of course I'm going crazy. I live in a mental institution in Woolloomooloo. Why don't you come round this bank holiday Monday and watch me run round the table tennis room with me underpants round my ankles, shouting, look at me, I'm a chocolate biscuit. I've got my mother's nightie on and I think I'm Jesus. Yes, I'm Brian Trifle. I'm fucked up and I'm mentally unstable. This bank holiday Monday. I've got a knife. Stab me in the face. Buy a shed off me. I'll take the best ones in the world, though, without any shadow of a doubt. The French perfume adverts. They make so much sense, don't they? I see her. I want her. She is what she is. She sees, but she is blind. She has legs, but she has no legs. She is alive, but she is dead. She's a woman, but she's a monkey. And I know that I want her because she is what she is. And what she is a blind, dead, disabled monkey. And I know that I want her. Shalimar by Goulan. What the fuck does he smell of? They've got equally pretentious adverts in France. The British adverts in France, they're the most pretentious in the world. I see her on beach. She's got it in her hand. It's a pie. I love pies. I go over, but wait, it's not a pie. It's like a pie, but it's smaller, and inside it's peas and carrots and gravy and mince. And I know that I want it, because it is what it is. And what it is pasties by Ginster. Hey, gentlemen. You've been a lovely audience. And I'd like to finish off tonight with some simple words from my father. He said, son, wherever you go, always remember, you can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time. But you can't fool some of the people all of the time. And I said, you just said you could, Dad. And he said, yeah, I know. But what I meant to say was, you can't fool all of the people some of the time. And I said, get it right, for God's sake, Dad. And he said, fuck off, you're adopted anyway. So thank you very much. You've been a lovely audience. Thank you very much. Please be better. Thank you very much. Good night. Hello. Oh, I hate that bit. What did that for? You know, I knew I was coming back. You knew I was coming back. I'll just fucking stay here and crack on. Suppose it'd be considered a little arrogant if I stood here and went, well, that's the end of the show. I know I'm getting an encore, so I'll just stay here and crack on if that's all right. I got stopped by a market researcher today. She said, can I ask you 10 quick questions? I went, go on. She went, question number 1, have you ever had a blackout? I said, no. She went, and finally, question number 10. So, any questions? Have you got any questions? Anyone got any?
What football team do you support?
What's it? Football teams I support? Colchester. Blackburn. Runcorn. Arsenal. Arsenal. Yeah, oh, hello. There's one at the front from the painter and decorator.
You're a really confident bloke, yeah?
You say that. Inside, I'm dying. Inside, I die every night. I'm looking at you with your lovely wife and mine with her hunchback and her crippled face. Well, thank you for giving me the most unusual question in 42-day tour. You are confident?
You're a confident bloke, yeah?
Still?
Is that right?
Still? But you said I was confident before.
What?
I am confident. I am.
But?
Oh, hello. But this is the bit I'm not so sure about. Yeah? So you've got that sort of look about you as if to go, I've done the living room, right? And that's all gone great. Bathroom, right, sweet as you walk, and I love it! Right? Everything is fucking perfect. Your life has been dramatically improved. But I've killed your fucking dog. But sorry, it's a question.
You're a confident bloke.
Yeah, I'm a confident bloke.
But have you got a big knob to go with it?
That wasn't my legs, that was my cock. Not from fucking Liverpool. Oh, didn't that just fucking hurt your ears?
Where'd you get your shoes from?
One at a time. That was really weird. They both asked the same question. They both asked the same question. It was like, where'd you get you? Where'd you get you? Unless it's the same person and you're pre-op. Is that what happened? Where'd you get your shoes from? Sorry, it just went funny halfway through sentence. It's just like it logged off and it kept coming and going. Sorry, coming and going. Where'd I get my shoes from? Got them from the shoe shop. They look like bowling shoes? Well, fuckity-doo. They are actually bowling shoes, because I used to work in a bowling alley, right? And I just thought, I'll nick them, sod it. It didn't bother me because it wasn't a permanent job, I was temping. Where'd you get your shoes? Have you got shoes? Where I'm from, that is actually a genuine chat-up line. I'm from Lancashire. Hey, have you got shoes? I have. Fuck off, she's mine. I've spat on this one. Any other questions?
How's things at home?
What? How are things at home? The fireplace, Grandad. Aye, they're not I've had the fettling. The man with the fucking blue woolly hat on. Hey, how's things at home? You all right? The gas central heating wall here. Hey, they're the wrong trousers, Gromit. Any final questions? I like this bit because some of you are looking at me going, yeah, it's the end of your tour, Lee. You're being self-indulgent. We need a fucking piss. Well, is that helping? Oh, I'll tell you what, that is fucking great. We'll cut that bit out and go, fuck, he wasn't very confident after all, was he? Well, listen, you've been a... Hey! I'm sorry to take the piss out of your Scouse accent, but my favourite Scouse... I'm Lancashire, by the way, right? Which isn't proper Lancashire. Proper Lancashire's surprised as fuck about everything all the time. Really? Shoes in a shoe shop? Couldn't believe it? Really? That open newspaper? There were newspaper printing everything. My favourite accent's actually the Geordie accent. I love the fact that it starts off hard as nails and it ends up terrified. Go to any Geordie bloke and go, what are you doing tonight? He'll go, me? I'm just going down the road like having a pint of lager and a packet of crisps and I probably got saved for a fate. I started off like that, hard as fucking nails, and then halfway through the sentence I started running out of breath and going all high-pitched, and then I started fucking shitting myself. Maybe they just worked out that I've got a jacket on and it's freezing up there. Excuse me, mate, you haven't got a jacket. I don't need a fucking jacket. I'm as hard as fucking nails. No, you're right, it is a bit chilly. I think I'll go home and get my shawl. My little nipples have gone all hard. My favourite accent's actually the South African accent. I love the fact that it's just a record recorded backwards, isn't it? You know, if you record a record backwards and then play it backwards, it sounds forwards, doesn't it? That's all that South African is. It's like, what do you do for a living? Yeah, I work in fucking Johannesburg and I do a lot of fucking shit. Kill your parents, kill them, kill them, kill them. Kill your parents, kill them. Beelzebub, Beelzebub. Yes, yes. Whereas the Australians, they just sound like a record that won't start properly, won't they? What do you do for a living? I work in a bank, mate. How long have you done that for? About 14 fucking years. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a lovely audience. Thank you very much for coming to the show. And good night. Thanks very much. Cheers.